Hey guys, I just kind of want to vent. I feel like all I do on here now is like vent and talk about sad stuff, but that's just kind of the place I've been in the last few months, unfortunately. So yeah, and I also kind of want to show what it's like to be high functioning in the middle of a depressive episode. Ugh, my chin looks terrible. I have Zaxby's once and I have 4 zits pop up on my chin. I swear. So that's not helping my overall mental health state. It's super fun, I know. But yeah, so I'm in the middle of a depressive episode. It really hit today. I felt it creeping up on me last night. And yeah, it just really hit me, especially as the night continued. What, baby? Cats want in. They just want to use me for my heating pad. I hear you, Ladybug. You're quiet, but I hear you. Yeah, I'm not gonna edit this video, so if it's if it's a crapshoot, then that's what it is. Sound quality's worse than normal. That's why. But yeah, it just, last night I found more lesions growing and it's spread a bit. So I just kind of like, it's like, fuck. My first thought was just like, what if they don't get it all? Because I haven't had the surgery yet. Medicare dragged their ass and took a full month to even get back to me. And then once they finally got back to me, they're like, oh yeah, you're approved, no problem. Like, and like everyone else I talked to is like, they should have done that the day you gave them paperwork a month ago. I'm like, I know. I understand it was the holidays, but you didn't take the whole month off, so what were you doing? So I was really stressed about that. Like I told you guys, I got fired from my job, so money is a stressor again. I never heard back from that one job I interviewed for. She said she was going to call me either way, and she didn't. So I'm just gonna take it as a no. I did apply to a job today that I'm super qualified for. I've done before. It'll be really great. It's in my field, in the history field and business field, coincidentally. But yeah. So hopefully, fingers crossed to get that. Be really good. But that's like another thing. It's like, and also like on the surface I might seem like my normal self, normal energy, but like all day I've been trying not to cry because I hate crying. I don't want to cry, and it's just like this overbearing feeling of crying, and I can't really place why. Like there's all this shit going on, but if I wasn't in a depressive episode, it wouldn't make me feel like crying. I would be stressed, but I'd be more annoyed than anything else. But, yeah. So, you know, like finally getting insurance in place. Tomorrow, I go in to fill out the consent forms again because Medicaid took so long. 'Cause there's a 30-day limit on consent forms when you fill them out. And then schedule the surgery. Hopefully it'll be either late this week or early next week. And it's not the surgery itself, it's more of a procedure. It's an outpatient procedure. It's not really surgery. I mean, I go into an operating room, and they operate, but it's like they're laser cutting off the lesions and stuff. But yeah, I was just thinking, I was like, what if they don't get it all? Or even if they do, and it continues to grow back, like it did on my cervix. Like they thought they got it all, and they did. It looked like they got everything, and then, you know, 6 months later, it's like, hey, I'm back. I mean, if they want to take out my cervix, that's fine. I'm not using any of that stuff. I don't need any of my reproductive organs. But, yeah. I'm just kind of feeling like I need to talk about it. And just like I've said in the past, and with the medical stuff in general, it's like I'm not looking for pity. I'm not looking for help or even answers or anything like that. 'Cause I don't want it. Not to sound like an asshole, I don't. It doesn't benefit anyone. And it's just, I just need a place to vent and discuss it. And my friends are great, and you know, if I want to talk about it with them, they listen, but they're just like, my friend yesterday was like, I want to help, but I don't know how. And I was like, I'm not asking you for help. I don't know there's no way you can help. You're not a doctor. You're not a gynecologist specialist or a cancer specialist or anything like that, which is called an oncologist, in case you didn't know. Now you know. And cat left. She gave up. And yeah, and I was just like, I just need a vent. That's all I need, and because that's all I can do. I mean, at the end of the day, I have to power through and get it taken care of, get the surgery, and deal with whatever comes afterwards. Because it's like, I'm either gonna get rid of it or it's gonna kill me. There's no in between. You can't live with cancer, not really. Not as it slowly eats away at you. But yeah, and there's just a lot going on. Right now I'm watching my friend's dogs, and I kind of feel like if I didn't have that responsibility right now, I might not have even gotten out of bed. I might not have applied to that job today. It's not the worst episode of it. Not by any means. It's fairly mild. I was able to hang out with my friend today. Though I did forget, I promised I was going to hang out with another friend. And they called me. I was like, oh shit. But we're going to hang out tomorrow. And it's like, for the last few months, off and on, this is happening once a week, which is rare for me. Normally I can just push through, it'll be fine. Maybe just take a day, do nothing but play video games or something, and then I go to bed and I'm fine. But it seems like almost every week I'm having a depression episode. And it's really frustrating because it just feels like every day I'm playing with the lens cap. Every day I'm like pushing against this wall. And I can't get any motivation. I have not had the motivation to record a video or do anything. I've barely touched any of my cosplay stuff. Like, I started curling this wig, and I'm only a quarter of the way done, and because I've let it wait so long and didn't go back and like fix it and finagle it, the curls are starting to fall, which is annoying. The wig also doesn't take heat well, it doesn't take styling well, so I mean, but I'm doing it for my Hobbit costume that hopefully I get to finish. So it's like, it's all that. I'm constantly feel like I'm pushing against this wall. Can't get any motivation. I can't find joy and happiness in the things that normally bring me those things. Like I've just been playing video games so I don't think about what's going on in my life right now. And all that fun stuff. It's not even like I mean, I had a little bit of joy, but not as much as I used to. Like it's something to do to keep me occupied rather than something to have fun with. So there's that. And then you know, not having a job, like, I was writing the cover letter today. My friend was helping me with it, and she's like, well, what did you do with your degree? Or, like, what did you do when you were getting your degrees? And it's like, I did this, this, and this. And she was like, well, how many degrees do you, like, what are your degrees? And I listed them off. She was like, oh, wow. I'm like, yeah, well, it's not really gotten me anything. like, yeah, but it might. You know, make sure you list that you were offered a similar position, but you turned it down for such and such reasons. We meant to sound very professional. What, baby? I don't let them in here because they run around and they will knock shit over, and I'm like, we're not doing that. I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, and it's like, I finally wrote it out, and it sounded pretty good. I can talk about myself all day, but when it comes professionally, I'm like, what? And it's like, I never know exactly what they're looking for. Like, they'll give you the list of qualifications. I make sure I hit all the key points on my resume, or keywords, and I hit all the keywords in my cover letter, but I never seem to hear anything back. And it's really frustrating because I'll see people who have half the experience I have, not even a quarter of the education I have, just getting jobs left, right, and center. They can just hop from job to job. And I'm like, bitch, I can't even, like, Dillers didn't even fucking call me back. Like, shit. And coffee, and like, I've applied to like some coffee places, don't hear back from them. I'm like, I get it, I'm overqualified for this position, but I got bills to pay. Like, I need a job. And, you know, my creative stuff isn't gonna get me paid anytime soon, if ever. And I don't have the motivation to do my creative stuff. I feel like, I mean, this clearly isn't true because people watch my channel, watch my stuff, and you guys are amazing. But it feels like if I put this up, nobody's gonna watch it. Or, you know, I'm always whining and crying and all that. And, I mean, it's not true because clearly you guys do. And I greatly appreciate it. But it just kind of, that self-doubt starts creeping in during my episodes. That's a big contributor to the depression itself. I just get the feeling, that no matter what I do, it's not gonna be good enough. It doesn't matter what I've done to make myself competitive or how hard I worked and all that, that it's never gonna be enough. And I'm not gonna get anywhere in life, which really sucks. And then you just throw the medical stuff on top of it, and it's just a clusterfuck. And I don't know if I've talked about this. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. I've talked about it, but I don't know if I've talked about it on here. I had body dysmorphia in middle school, really, really bad. And it took me years and years to get over it, but every once in a while it'll still start to creep in. Not nearly as bad, and normally I can like be like, shut the fuck up, but that's been happening a lot recently too, especially my face breaking out. My face doesn't do this. I rarely get pimples, and now I got like 4 big ones on my chin, and that doesn't help. It does help though that like I've been going to the gym regularly since before New Year's. It wasn't a New Year's resolution. Since before Christmas, actually. I've been going to the gym 2 to 3 times a week, and I have noticed progress. I am getting stronger. I've upped my reps and my weights. And then my coat, I couldn't button it last month. It would fit this area, but I couldn't pull it around me and button it. It's a double-breasted trench coat. It's a winter coat. And it has like a little buckle. I couldn't close that at all. I wore it Friday, because it was chilly, and I was able to button all the buttons and buckle it. Only on the first knot, but the first hole, but I was still able to do that. So there's that. But then at the same time, it's like I had all this motivation to work out, and then it just plummeted. I was going to go back to Taekwondo, which I still want to. Hopefully I'll get to go Wednesday. Because I just want to get back into it. I had stopped ages ago because of college and just life in general. And then I came back in 2018. Was getting back into it. I was going about 2 to 3 times a week. But I was really, really hard on myself because my technique and form wasn't as tight as it was back when I was 18. And it's like, well, 28 and 18 are 2 very different years, and my body can't do that anymore. So just go back in the mindset of like, don't be hard on yourself. You know, your knees are fucked. Like, you can't do it anymore. Your shoulder hurts randomly for no reason. You just gotta do it as you can. But yeah, so, and like my hair needs cut desperately. I think it looks fucking terrible. I hate it. Like there's all this hair right here. This looks all chunky. And then like I got a mullet going on back here, and like your face and your hair are the first thing people see. And if these don't look good, I feel so self-conscious. And like, not even talking makeup wise, like if my skin is clear and I don't have any makeup on and don't look super tired, then I'm fine. But it's just like, you need that self-consciousness hits when that doesn't all work out. So there's been that. There's the medical stuff, more of the same medical stuff, just expanding, just super fun. And it's just like, how many more if they don't catch it all, how many procedures will I have to do? What'll be the next steps? Because it's like, I'll have this procedure and then I'll have another COPO where they go and see if everything has been got. And it's like, what if it's like it was last time where it looked like they had everything, but then I noticed these 6 months later and it's like, oh, never mind. But it's worse because it's a step before cancer. What, babe? Is it Barbie now? Yeah, it's Barbie. I see your little face. I'm going to bed soon, babe. You can come in here tomorrow. I'll give them like a couple hours just to lay on my bed. Which I shouldn't because I'm slightly allergic to them, but you know. What's waking up with a stuffy nose, huh? Yeah? She's gonna yell for a while. And then it's like, so, okay, what then? And just, you're gonna kind of keep just going through it. But it's a lot. And, you know, my kidney's getting older. I'm on year 15, and when I got it 15 years ago, they're like, you get 15 to 20 years. And while it looks good, it is starting to show its age, which means it's going downhill. So that is one thing I've cut out drinking. I've only had one drink since the new year. But I'm trying to get back. Like, I didn't drink for a good long time, so I'm trying to kind of get back to not drinking at all, just for my general health and my kidney health. I was not drinking like every day, but I drink almost every Tuesday at Taco Tuesdays and almost every weekend. And while I'd only have like 1 or 2 drinks, that's still a lot when you only have 1 kidney. So yeah. And then I hate being hungover. Oh my god, my New Year's hangover lasted 2 days. It was awful. I drank so much that night. I was fucking gone. Just obliterated. I saw one friend that I saw that night. It's like, oh, you're sober now. How was the hangover? And I was like, oof. It was bad. I don't think he's ever seen me that drunk. And I've spent quite a few New Year's with him. But, yeah. And it's like, when I have a depression spell, you can still laugh and enjoy things. It's just, it's muted. It's really muted. It's not as hearty feeling. It's not as deep feeling. And, like, in this bout especially, I've been feeling, like, the mixture of that, just overwhelming sadness for no real reason, mixed with, like, anger and pettiness about shit I can't... Control's not the right word. It's like I can't do anything about, and I just feel helpless and hopeless about this whole situation. And it's like I've done all I can do, but it feels like I should do more. Or I can do more, but in reality I can't, which is frustrating. But if I were to try to do more in the situation, I wouldn't be kind about it. So, or even polite. Like, that's where the pettiness comes in. It's like I would just blow up, which isn't helpful. Would not help the situation anymore. Make it worse. And, so that's not good. And, you know, it just sucks. Just really sucks. So, and like, that's how this is how my high functioning is. I'm not saying this is how everyone's is. Everyone experiences depression and anxiety and mental illness differently. This just for me, it's just like I feel weightless, or like, no, I feel heavy and weighted, like gravity's crushing in on me, but at the same time I feel like I'm floating, just kind of floating through life, doing what I have to do and no more than that. Like tomorrow I have to go to the doctor's appointment. I'm just signing some papers, which they really could just fax to me, but I think there's some legality things there, so I have to do it in person. And there'll be a witness and all that good stuff, but yeah. Is that annoying? I'm gonna keep doing it because it's entertaining me. I dropped it, so I won't keep doing it. Yeah, I'm just like, I don't want to fucking do it. It's at 11:15 in the morning, which is not early. I'm just like, I don't want to get out of bed. But then, you know, I have the dogs to take care of, so I have to get out of bed, and I'll go see them in the morning, spend some time with them, which makes me feel a little bit better. We'll watch, like, we've been watching Jeff Goldblum's show on National Geographic. The dogs don't care, they go to sleep. I did put on one, like, this Mayan treasure hunting thing, and there was a monkey, and the dogs, like, stared at the screen for 5 minutes. Because they were showing, like, shots of the rainforest. But they just go to sleep. But there's that. And that's on Disney Plus. Best $7 ever spent. So good. I've watched all of the Marvel movies that they have on there. So, I did that. What was my other marathon I did? I don't remember. I tried watching fucking Phantom Menace. Holy fuck. I didn't get 15 minutes into it. I stopped right before the pod racing. I just couldn't do it. Like, how did I like this as a child? Like, I was fucking Queen Amidala for Halloween one year. The prequels are rough. I love the memes that come from it, though. But yeah, back on my thought process earlier. And, like, focusing is a lot harder for me. Being my personal high functioning, and honestly, it feels more just like functioning at this point because it's happening so much. I'm trying to pop my hand, it hurts. It doesn't want to pop. And yeah, it's just kind of like see, like that's another, like where I talked about how like memory loss is an issue. Well, when I have these bouts, I can't remember shit. Like, I forgot that I had already made plans with one friend, and then they called me. I was like, oh shit, I'm at our other friend's house. And yesterday I was supposed to go to a baby shower, and I just could not handle being around people. I went and checked on the dogs. I stayed over there for about 4 hours, and then I came home and played video games until like midnight, and I was like, I can't do it. I don't have it in me to be around people, and I didn't text them. I didn't let them know, being like, hey, because I had RSVP'd back when I was having a good brain day, and I didn't text them or anything. I haven't texted them today. I meant to. And yeah, that and memory just sucks, and it's so hard to focus. Like, I might have some undiagnosed ADHD or something, but like, it's extra hard to focus. Like, it took me 2 days to write a cover letter. That's what, 3 paragraphs? An introduction, why you're applying, why your experience best matches you for this job, and, you know, sincerely, blah blah blah. Not that difficult. And for some reason, so my card is full on my other camera, apparently. Well, I never noticed, like, I mean, this is a good quality camera, but it's my vlogging camera, but compared to my, like, big baby camera, big baby, it is my baby, and it is also big, and much more expensive than this. Like, the quality difference, oh. So this is, like, good quality, that's, like, ooh, great quality. Anyway, that's full, so it cut me off, so I will have to throw this in editor, because I ramble on forever, so I will actually do a little bit of editing to it, I suppose. So this won't get put up until after the appointment tomorrow. So, and then I mentioned we'll schedule the appointment, but yeah, so it gets back on what my high function episodes are, and like talking about this and getting it all out is helping a lot. Like I just feel a weight coming off my chest and off my heart. Like my heart just feels heavy, but this is like a lot lighter, you know. And even during these depressions and these episodes, I still make sure to take my meds. But I think it also helps that as a habit I have been doing every day and night for 15 years, so it would be weird if I didn't do it. Like even in back summer 2018, July particularly. Come on, babe. I know you want the heating pad. No. You might get some cuddles in a minute. I'm talking to the internet. You made me forget what I was talking about. But, yeah, the summer of 2018, which was 2 years ago now, I was at my darkest, like, I was contemplating, seriously, and if you don't understand what that means, hopefully you never will have to understand what that means. But, I need to make sure I put a trigger warning post before this. There was one video I forgot to do that on, and I feel bad about that. But, I think I put it in the description, but still, it's good to have that right there. But, yeah, even then, I still, like, I didn't get out of bed, I didn't turn on the lights, I pretty much only got out of bed to take my meds and go to the bathroom. That was it. And I still should make sure I did that. So I think part of it is just because it's habit. I don't know if I had just gotten the kidney and I hadn't really formed that habit yet, if I would be as good about it. Hopefully I would, but I don't know. Oh god, this just looks like a big old red volcano. I don't like it. Here, great. I know that seems really vain, but I hate zits. They're just like your pores fill up with dirt and pus, and it's gross. Like, that's gross. Body, why do you do that? I'm also very tired. I need to go to bed. I have to wake up at 9, which is still 8 hours from now. It's midnight. And I could still wake up at 9:45. I don't have to leave till 10:25. But yeah. And again, the focusing thing, you can't stay on the topic, and I have no, for me, it's really hard to gain motivation. It's really hard to push myself to do something. Even if it's something I want to do, and something I enjoy doing. I felt really bad about last week not posting a video, and I felt really bad the last couple weeks and months because I haven't posted many cosplay videos and doing cosplay, but I haven't worked on anything, or at least not anything you guys haven't already seen me do, and be no different. I styled that Black Widow wig. That was the curly wig I was talking about. See how the curls are falling on that side? I don't even know if you can actually see what I'm pointing at, but then the wig back over there, if you can see it, the red one behind that, is a Black Widow soldier, Winter Soldier. Burbs! I will cuddle you in a minute, I promise. I do. I thought about letting them in here, but I don't want them knocking over my cameras. See, you forgot again. It's really frustrating. But yeah, and I keep meaning to do a cause test of that for myself and for you guys. Go through a whole cause test thing like I did with Sydney Prompto and Ozawa back ages ago. Do one for that, and it's the casual look. The jacket's not quite right, but it'll do. It's more of a closet cosplay. I just happen to have the things, and I just bought the wig. I have the shoes, I have the pants, I have the shirt, and I have the jacket. I just happen to have them. So I'm gonna do that because that's super easy. The wig's been styled for 3 months now. I haven't done it, and I haven't recorded anything about it, and I felt really terrible about it. And at the same time, it's like, well, if I don't feel like I have anything quality to put up, I don't need to force out videos or any type of content, even just pictures on Instagram or you know, stuff like that. But at the same time, I feel bad about not putting anything up, and it's just like, you know, people subscribe to my channel for something. I mean, they're watching, they're getting something out of what I'm putting out there. And I don't want to have them being like, where's your videos at? You know, you say you're going to do all this cosplay stuff and you haven't done anything recently. But at the same time, it's like, I don't have that motivation or that drive. I'm either going to do it and make something crappy and not to my standard, or I'm not going to do it at all. So so I'd rather not do it than produce bottom tier, not top quality, top tier stuff. And so, like, I don't have the editing skills or even the money to do some of the things I want to do, to make them really, like, my ideal, to give you guys some idea of how I want my content, or like quality wise I want my content. I want like guest barbers, kind of like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, you know, like they have really good editing, really fun editing, really smooth transitions. Yes, baby girl. Yes, I see your little face and your little nose. If you come in here, you're gonna get all the attention. I don't forget what I'm talking about. And I need to hurry up because this video is already like 40 minutes long. And I'm not editing any of it down because I'm lazy and I don't want to. There's also that. You guys remember when all like YouTube videos were like 5 minutes long? I always hated that. And now they're going back to being longer. Like, I think it's because like YouTube, the platform itself, couldn't handle uploading that kind of project or stuff like that. But back on like the type of videos I want to do, like Markiplier has that new one, the heist with the multiple endings. I want to do something not the same genre, but something like that, or like it's just maybe something with multiple endings, or choose your own adventure, something along those lines, but just more of a story, something scripted, something written. And I've written stuff. I have no means to make it. Like, the cost of production alone would be way out of my budget. I got like $20 in my bank account, and I'm lucky to have that. Got 9 cents in savings, and my credit score sucks, so I can't get a loan out. So I can't do any of that stuff right now. But I just want to like work on the editing and stuff like that, and make it smoother, make it more fun. I would like to get better internet so I can upload faster and do more streaming, or even just more gaming. This is like, I mentioned those two because they inspired me to get into making videos for YouTube. And, you know, they're branching out into other things. They're wanting to do more things. They're showing their creativity. They're using the platform that's available to them, which I love. And then I just like video games too. But, you know, I want to do a little bit of everything. You know, I talk about personal stuff like this. I talk about health and mental state, but then I also do cosplay stuff because I love cosplay, and I have video games on my channel because I love playing video games. And, you know, I have some silly sketches on here that I thought of like that day, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'll do it. They're dumb and silly and only 30 seconds, but whatever. And I want to do like some stupid ass videos. I want to do some unboxing videos. I want to do like, Michaels has this whole section of like Discovery Kids stuff where it's like volcanoes and digging up dinosaurs and just making shit and doing weird shit. I have food baking videos, and I want to do more recipe videos. So my kitchen does not have the counter space to allow me to do that. Because I did that one baking video at my sister's house, or back when I visited her. But yeah. My brain stopped. So I'm gonna take that as a sign to go to bed. Or cuddle burgers first and then go to bed. Oh, now you ran away. She's like, I'm gonna go eat now or something, whatever. She's gonna ignore me. She's fine. It's like midnight. It's after midnight. I'm really tired. And like, if, and it also might have the high functioning shit can fuck with my sleep schedule. Like, last week I was going to bed at like 4 a.m. because I couldn't sleep because it was triggering insomnia, and now this week I'm tired by like 6 p.m. So super fun. You're just like on a constant fucking roller coaster, and it's so frustrating. And it's just like, please, can you stop for a minute? Can I catch my breath? You know, can I feel normal for a minute? So, yeah. Wow, I didn't realize the quality was so different on these two. Yeah, like, back on, like, video ideas I have, it just gotta stop raining for more than 2 minutes here. It's our rainy season right now, so it's probably will happen in late February. But, my parents still have my toys most of my toys from the 90s, so out in the storage building, so I'm gonna go find those and go through it. I had a lot, mostly McDonald's toys. We ate at McDonald's a lot. Not healthy growing up, but might have been a contributor to some of my health problems, just maybe. But yeah, high functioning is essentially a pain in the ass. You're kind of like a duck. You seem fine, smooth, calm on the surface. You might even seem like your normal happy self, but on the inside you're trying your hardest not to start just crying your eyes out, or just break down and scream, or all of the above, or just completely shut down. I was like, on my drive home, I was like, I just want to give up. From taking on the dogs. I just want to give up. I don't want to do anything. I can't do this anymore. And not in like a suicidal way. I just want to stop. Like when you press stop on a video, just pause. Just I can't take anymore. But now, like, I'm talking about this, I'm venting, I feel a lot better. And that I thought about doing this because I was like, well, maybe this will help me feel better. It has in the past. And it did, and just getting it off my chest. I feel like a stone has been taken off my chest. You know, I've been talking too long when I start coughing. But, yeah. And it's just, I hate that feeling. Because, but it's frustrating when, you know, the last 10 years you've been trying to do all these things that you're told to do and make yourself competitive. And, like, not having a job is my biggest stressor right now. Not having money, because bill collectors are starting to threaten legal action and stuff like that. So, like, I really need this job that I applied for, and I really want this job. And it will help me pursue the goals I have set for myself later on in life. And it'll just be really good for me. And it's something in my field, which I haven't had a job in my field in the last 5 years. I was lucky to get one in the first place right out of college. Well, not right out of college, 6 months after I graduated. But it paid minimum wage, and I worked 2 days a week, so I had to find something else. And my second job closed because I was working 2 jobs, but yeah, all that good stuff. Forgot again. But yeah, basically, that's my #1 stressor, and then some personal life stuff. It's just stressing me out and worrying me. But you guys don't need to know about that. I don't tell you everything. So, and then the medical stuff, obviously. It's just, I've gotten so used to the medical stuff, it stresses me out when new stuff happens, because I'm like, seriously, buddy, can you fucking not do that? But, and then the medical bills that come with it. Like, not having money is my #1 stressor and cause of my depression. And it's just like, money would solve literally all my problems. Literally, even the personal stuff. I'm like, you know what? I can go buy happiness. Fuck, was it the Beatles who said love or money can't buy happiness or love? And you know what? I beg to differ. It can buy me video games. It can buy me cosplay supplies. And that's the same thing as happiness, really. So, I don't know how it would help the personal stuff in my life, but I feel like it would, you know. But, yeah. Anyways. Summary, I guess. I don't know. My mind is so academically geared because of all the schooling I chose to do. I did that to myself. Like, nobody forced me to get 4 degrees. That was all me. So, like, I have to summarize now because that's what you have to do in academia. You have to summarize what the fuck you were talking about. I feel like you get to do that in business as well, like in meetings and pitches and stuff like that. But so basically, high functioning anxiety, anxiety and depression, because they go hand in hand now. It's fun. They're not 2 separate things anymore. They used to be, not so much anymore. Sucks. It's like a goddamn roller coaster, especially when you're under a lot of stress, because it's like, yes, you can handle the stress, but your body is showing you that it doesn't want to do it anymore. And it shows that in the depression and being like, I can't handle this, and then the self-doubt, and just kind of makes you feel tired, exhausted, emotionally and physically, even if you haven't done anything. You lack motivation. And I say you, I mean me. I don't know how it is for other people. Your will dries up, your drive just deplenishes, and it's really hard to get back into the routine of things and finding the joy in the things that brought you joy. And every time I say joy, I think of that video game. I don't remember the name of it, but it's like set in 1950s England. It's a newer game. I think it came out in 2018 or 19. I think it was 18. And it's if Germany won the war. And it's a dystopia, but everyone's on these pills. That makes it look like it's all shiny and rainbow. But if you take your pills or step outside of the social norm, everyone loses their shit. And it's like when you don't, and the pills are called joy. Your joy. You gotta take your joy. So every time I hear, the word joy, I'm like, take your joy, take your joy. That's all I can think of, and this video is nearly a goddamn hour long. But yes, so it's a roller coaster. It sucks. I hate it. It makes me feel like I need to bash my head against the wall while simultaneously not getting out of bed and doing nothing. But then on the surface, acting like everything is fine and being able to handle it. Like you can handle it and nothing is wrong and everything's perfect. So, and then I also can bring myself out of it. I guess that's a good thing. But like by talking about it and doing this, I'm feeling a lot better. I can go to the doctor's. I don't feel as dreading about just leaving the house. I mean, we'll see how tomorrow morning is. No promises, but it just helps. You know, and I can force myself to do things that eventually pull me out of it. So, but I think that's why it's been such a roller coaster, because it'll happen. It'll last about a day or two. Then I'll pull myself out of it. I'm good for about 4 even 5 days, and then just right back into it. And it just keeps doing that, and that is the issue. So it's super fun. But yeah, if you guys, want to vent as well, I'm here. That is something I'm working on this year, is boundaries. I feel like people ignoring my boundaries there were a few people who ignored my boundaries last year and ignored when I told them no. Like they were like, I'm gonna do this thing, you know, it'll be really beneficial for you. I'm like, no, it won't. It'll make matters worse. Please do not do that. I'm like, I'm gonna do it anyways. And that was a big issue last year. So I think making sure those boundaries that I've set stay there. I don't let them push me to that point or let them walk over my boundaries. And if they keep doing it, just cutting them out, which always sucks. I've talked about that, but you have to do what's best for you at the end of the day, because they're going to do what's best for them. And you know, that really stressed me out, and you know, made the personal stuff I was talking about kind of part of that, and just made that shit worse. And it's like, I told you no for a reason. I knew the outcome, and then you acted surprised when that outcome happened, even though I told you that's what would happen. And that's not okay. You can't keep doing that. It's like, I love you, but you gotta stop. And so, yeah. And I think that's definitely a contributing factor to all this for sure. So that's another thing I think most of us could practice on, is setting boundaries and making sure we hold on to those boundaries. So, yeah. It's a lot, and it's a pain in the ass. Mostly it's just a pain in the ass. I'm exhausted. So yeah, thank you guys for letting me vent and rant and all that good stuff. You know, if you want to do the same, I got the comments below. If you don't, that's okay too. Hopefully you do have somebody you can vent to, because it helps for me. I feel like talking about it, being open about it does help. Hopefully it helps somebody else too, just being like, hey, you're not alone. Shit sucks, but we'll get through it. And yeah, I will see you guys later. Bye, you guys.